Hello, internets. Hello, people of Kickstarter, of Discord, of Reddit, of Twitch, of Tumblr, of Twitter, of YouTube, of wherever you guys have found me. Welcome to my long overdue update video. Today we are going to be discussing quite a bit. We're going to talk about what has been added into the game, the direction of the game, and what I plan on doing next, and a couple of ideas that I have that I want to share with you all, as well as reasons for these delays and what I plan on doing in the future. So there's a lot to talk about, and we're going to go ahead and just jump right in. So the first thing and the most important thing that I've added into the game was the addition of auto attacks. And a little backstory for this: when I was testing the game with a couple of buddies of mine, I've noticed that there was this weird flow of using all of the cards we had and then just kind of walking around the board as we waited for the next turn to start. Granted, there are only 10 cards, as you can see right now, so it's not like we have too many cards to choose from quite yet, and those will be coming, through time as well. But I wanted to find a way to kind of mitigate this weird, awkward downtime that was in the game, because it really broke up the flow of the game and it kind of disengaged me from the entertainment value of it. And I looked back at a couple of other games and I noticed one of the biggest things is that there was a sense of progression that escalated, that made every single fight more exciting with each game. So if we look at a game like Hearthstone, one of the biggest things they do is that they ramp up the mana value. So every single turn you have more resources to work with, and you always have an option to do something. Even if it is just a basic attack or a basic move, you have the option to do something, and with every turn those options get bigger. So I wanted something like that. If you look at it like an RPG, as you play the game, your characters progress, you get stronger, your moves hit harder, you might get a cooler weapon, and the weapons will change, and so on. So I thought we should add auto attacks in the game. And currently there are 4. They are actually the 4 that you see over here. And the gist of it is that as we play the game, you should have options to fire shots and to kind of poke at your opponent. That way you're not expending cards, and you're also potentially doing damage, you're repositioning your opponent, and nothing will stay stagnant. The idea is that you guys will always be moving and you guys will always have something to micromanage and to do. So without further ado, it might make more sense if we just jump into a game. So let's go ahead, and I have 2 clients pulled up over here. You'll also notice I did change up some of the colors. I went back to my very original colors because it just looks like it has more contrast. So you'll notice over here that there are a couple of things. We'll actually try to get rid of one of these, and I did not get what I want. So we'll just grab these and these. So we'll go over here and grab these too. Okay, so you'll notice a couple of things in particular. Where's my mouse? There we go. So one over here, you'll notice that there's this purple bar now, and then there are also these little blips over here. But the purple bar is actually your auto attack meter. So there is a cooldown. There is a 2-second cooldown for you to use an auto attack, and I meant to change this into purple, but so it's not right now. All the auto attacks will eventually just all be purple. So you guys kind of know what's going on. But here you'll notice just a basic cannon is being fired, and then this meter is recharging every time I do it. So if you look over here, just a basic auto attack, does 10 damage to the guy, nothing fancy, it's just a cannon. But as the game progresses, you have these cards. If you guys look down below, you'll see those 2 with the arrows. You have the cannon, and then you have a fireball over here. We'll actually use the fireball first. You'll notice over here it'll say auto fireball, and then now there is a counter that tells you exactly what card your opponent is using. And you'll notice that there was this purple animation over here. So now if I use my auto attack, I'll fire a fireball. So it's a medium speed fireball. The idea is kind of like similar to an idea of other fighting games. It's meant for spacing, and one of the things you'll notice is that when I attack, it does 20 damage now. So the idea is that you can max this out up to 50 damage, and every time you use an auto attack or use an auto attack changing card, you actually boost your damage. So if I were to use this other one, when this recharges, my auto attack is switched back to a cannon, and it does 30 damage, and again it caps out at 50. So the idea is that as you're playing the game, you should be able to kind of mess with your opponent. You'll be able to fire shots over here. That way nothing stays the same, and then my opponent could do the exact same thing, and they can come in now, and you'll see there's an auto attack with a sword, so you kind of utilize that to the best of your ability. So that is what I've been working on currently. That's kind of the biggest addition to the game, to get people moving around a bit. Now, there are a couple of other major changes that I have been working on. One of them, I have been kind of tweaking with the hitboxes because things haven't really been working the way I intended to. I also tried to split up some of the animations together. the idea was that it was supposed to save me a little bit of work. It actually kind of created more trouble than it was worth. You'll kind of notice over here when I do the auto attack with a sword, oh, I didn't do it. Sometimes there are two separate animations, and you'll notice that, like, his hand might be visible for some of it. I actually split the animations up, and it didn't really work out in my favor, so I'll be tweaking that in the future as well. There have been a lot of back-end changes to the netcode. I've been playing with some MySQL stuff for maybe a potential server in the future. I don't think that's going to be happening anytime soon. I don't want to promise it, but that's where some of the time has been invested as well. And then a lot of it has been things like hitbox fixing. If you guys have saw my presentation during the Team Battle Network marathon stream, there was this god hitbox where sometimes a hitbox would come out and would linger forever, auto-killing somebody. So it's just been a lot of little tweaking here and there. I have, again, this list of cards that I want to be implemented into the game, but it has not been going the way I have hoped it. I've hoped it to go, and we'll talk a little bit more about that in the future as well, because that is a major issue that I do want to talk about, kind of a little roadblock for me, if you will. But on top of that, one of the other things that I have decided while working on this game is the mobile aspect, and you guys do know that I do target this for mobile platforms just as much as I'm targeting it for PC and standalone web, not web platforms, but standalone platforms. And one of the things about mobile was the whole concept of free-to-play versus pay-to-play, and this has always been kind of like a heated debate with not just myself and my team of like friends, but also with the backers and also with the just overall fan base of this game. And I think currently I'm actually leaning towards a pay-to-play model. Now, I'm not making that concrete quite yet, but what that means for people that have backed this game is that you will be compensated with a couple of things. So the actual backer rewards will be coming out around beta whenever that comes out, so not for a little bit longer, a couple months down the road. But what that means is if I were to do a pay-to-play model, I would be offering the game itself, obviously when it comes in release on your platform of your choice, for people that have backed more, and they're expecting a couple of other things like in-game credits. You would actually be given the game in its entirety, as well as a couple of extra keys, whether that be for a mobile or PC platform. I'll also try to compensate as well, maybe with some exclusive skins. I have other modes planned as well. I might actually individually reach out to everyone who backed even more things for personalized content. I might have people design cards for me as well for those who are backed, and then kind of take everything up a notch. So somebody that has done like the card art design, maybe they'll get to design a card. For the person who designed a card, they will, for that one lucky backer, I will actually have them work with me for certain portions. I'll have them sit down and they'll talk to me about, what they like, what they don't like, and we'll just kind of bump everybody up. When I decide to make that decision, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be sending a survey out to everyone and getting their personal feedback, and then taking it all in, doing another update video, and getting back to you all. And that actually leads me to the next thing. And this is a little serious for me, and this is why there haven't been many updates. I know I promised the site, and the website is still under construction. A lot of things have not been going my way, unfortunately, with that. But just, I'll be honest, guys, and this is not an excuse by any means, but I've been kind of going through this mild phase of depression over the last couple of months, and as a result, my workflow just hasn't been at its peak. I have kind of just been sitting down trying to refigure out my life and asking myself, what am I doing and what's going on? And this should not have effect on this game, because what I failed to realize at that point in time was that this is no longer a hobby for me, and this is actually a full-on project that is marketed now, and it has to be something that it has to be seen as a product and no longer a project. And I have to be taking this a little more seriously as a job, and again, this is not an excuse, and I need to be doing better to stay focused and to kind of keep at this project. So what I plan on doing now is that every week I want at least 2 cards implemented into the game up until we get to alpha. What that means is that there will be a lot more tweaks, there will be a lot more balancing, there will be a lot more updates, and I'm not going to spam you guys every single week with updates. What I want to do is I want to have content updates where every month you guys will hopefully be seeing 8 plus cards. And that's kind of where I want things to go for the next couple of months as I fill up the compendium. Once I feel as though there is enough content for it to be released as an alpha release, we'll go ahead and get Alpha 1 underway. I want Alpha 1 hopefully in the next month, but we'll kind of see how things are going. Again, I'm sorry for the whole personal spiel, but that's kind of where things are right now, and I am taking this a lot more seriously. This game has been, the last couple of years, my life, and it kind of hurt when I shoved this aside because I was too busy working on other things, and that's not how things should be going, especially now that there is money involved, because this means a lot to me. And I hope to you all, to the skeptics who are really concerned about the status of the project, to the loyal fans who are rooting for me, and the close friends who have seen this from day one, I want to prove to you all that this is going to be a solid product. So thank you all for sticking with me, and my sincerest apologies. Again, I am going to make serious efforts to make continuous updates, that way you guys are not left in the dark. There will be a couple of other updates as well, both with the website and with other content in the game. On that note, on the note of the website, I am not going to put up any kind of pre-purchasing links on that website until I feel that the product is ready for that, and that I personally, as a developer and as a one-man company marketer, advertiser, and businessman, when I feel confident both in the product and myself, I feel as though I've done you all a disservice for not being upfront with you all and for not delivering things on time. And as a result, I do not want to be like the other developers who give you all a shoddy product for a marginally large price. I don't think that's correct of me. So I hope you all will bear with me in the months to come. I am very excited to show you all what is next and what I've been working on. I wish I had it ready for this demo. I have the attack called Ring of Fire, which might be changed to Flame Wreath for all you fans out there for a certain game that I'm not going to mention because it's a little tribute. But I was working on that, and then some of the hitboxes got really screwed up, so I didn't put it in this demo. So hopefully that will be next. Anyways, guys, I thank you all. This is a very serious thing for me, so I welcome and I encourage you all for your feedback. That means leave a comment down below if you're watching this on YouTube, or if you guys are watching this via Kickstarter. I highly encourage you to follow me on Twitter or Twitch. I am trying to make a more serious effort of streaming my progress whenever I do my art streams. It's been tough, but I'm going to keep at it. So we'll try to get that out of the way as well. But please, give me your feedback. If that means messaging me on Kickstarter, if that means leaving a comment on the Kickstarter page or on YouTube or on Twitter. You guys can even find me on Discord. There will eventually be a Discord server for this. I have it open right now, but it's not available to the public because I want to wait until Alpha comes out so we can have actual feedback and not just wish lists. But yeah, guys, seriously, I want to hear your voices. So thank you so much for your patience, and you guys will be hearing from me soon. I promise. Deuces.